A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant development in the ongoing investigation into the Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell case, House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer has formally requested the Treasury Department to provide all suspicious activity reports, SARs, related to Epstein and Maxwell. This request comes as the committee seeks to review what it describes as the possible mismanagement of the federal government's investigation into the notorious sex trafficking case, including the circumstances surrounding Epstein's controversial death. Comer's letter, sent on Sunday, sets a deadline of September 15th for the Treasury to deliver the requested documents. The urgency of this request underscores the committee's commitment to ensuring accountability in the enforcement of sex trafficking laws and the investigation's handling. In his letter, Comer emphasized the importance of these SARs in assisting the committee's oversight efforts. He stated, "It is essential that Treasury produce to the committee certain SARs to assist the committee's oversight of the federal government's enforcement of sex trafficking laws generally, and specifically its handling of the investigation and prosecution of Mr. Jeffrey Epstein and Ms. Ghislaine Maxwell." This investigation has been a focal point for the House Oversight Committee, which has been scrutinizing the federal government's actions concerning Epstein and Maxwell, both of whom faced federal charges for their roles in a sex trafficking ring that exploited underage girls. Earlier this year, Comer also established the Task Force on the Declassification of Federal Secrets, which has requested that the Department of Justice release all relevant materials related to Epstein's case. This new push for transparency comes on the heels of previous requests for information, including a recent subpoena directed at the Epstein estate for documentation related to a so-called client list and call logs. The committee's actions reveal a broader effort to uncover the full extent of Epstein's operations and the involvement of any potential accomplices. In a related development, Ghislaine Maxwell, currently serving time in a Florida prison, has claimed in interviews with the Department of Justice that there is no client list associated with the Epstein case. This assertion has raised eyebrows and further complicated the narrative surrounding the investigation. As the House Oversight Committee continues its work, the implications of these inquiries could have far-reaching consequences for those connected to Epstein and Maxwell. The committee's examination of financial records is particularly crucial, given the vast wealth Epstein amassed and the numerous allegations of financial misconduct surrounding his operations. The investigation has garnered significant public interest, with many calling for accountability and justice for the victims of Epstein's crimes. The House Oversight Committee's efforts to follow the money may reveal critical insights into the network of individuals and institutions that enabled Epstein's actions for so long. As the September deadline approaches, all eyes will be on the Treasury Department to see how it responds to Comer's request. Will they comply with the demands for transparency, or will further delays hinder the investigation? The stakes are high, not only for the victims seeking justice, but also for the integrity of the federal government's handling of such a high-profile case. The outcome of this inquiry could influence future policies surrounding the enforcement of sex trafficking laws and the accountability of those in power. Stay tuned as we continue to monitor this developing story and provide updates on the House Oversight Committee's investigation into Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.